Hi YouTube, this is James, British Operative channel, and what I'm going to show you today is the installation of a new battery on the Kawasaki Concours 14. So I got this one from batterymart.com. Mail order came in post. It only took about 2 days. It was shipped from Vermont by the look of it to me in California, so it was I got an absolute deal on this. It was I think I paid $40. So, and that included shipping, so that was crazy. So check them out, batterymart.com. I have no affiliation to them whatsoever, but they came back with a good product at a good price. So let's see what we got in the box. Oh, some eco-friendly packaging. Looks like an invoice and return label. No foam, I like that. So in eco-friendly packaging, that's good. So here it is. It is a motorcycle power sport battery, motocross trademark. So it's obviously a generic. Let's have a look. And we have a box, battery fluid acid. What the heck's in that? Nothing. An empty box. Great, thanks for shipping that. That's random. Okay, and the battery itself. Here we go. It's obviously a sealed battery. Do not open, obviously. God, I remember the days when you had to put your own liquid in, your own fluids. Okay, so there we go. One battery. This is going to get installed on the Kawasaki Concours 14. My the bike I bought was a used bike. It's a 2012. It's now 2016, so I don't know if it's the original battery or not. If it is, I would say that's pretty. I would say it's lasted quite well. And it comes with a couple screw-in terminals as well if you need it. So here we go. We're going to fit this on the bike. Okay, we're back over at the bike, and first thing we do is take off the side panels. Now these are hex bolts or Allen bolts, Allen key bolts. I'm just using my ratchet driver. You can see just your standard Allen key bolt. This just pops out. There's a lip under here. You just literally wiggle it out. You can see it's got the two tabs that just hook underneath the main part of the fairing. Now strangely, Kawasaki have decided to use two different sizes of screws. So this one on the outer panel is different from these ones on the inner panel. Okay, previous owner put a battery tender lead on the battery, so I need to make sure I put that back on. This plate is metal, so the original one was plastic, this one's made of metal. So when you got that second panel off, you want to, especially if you've got a battery tender, just make sure you pull out the wires out of the way, and you're going to need to undo this. You're going to need to undo this bolt here. This is the ground bolt where all the negative or black wires ground onto the motorcycle frame. This is according to this, a 5/16, or in my language that is actually 8mm. So if you have, sorry, there you go. So, or actually 8mm. So if you have an 8mm spanner or wrench, or a 5/16, I'm just going to use this on the end of my ratchet driver here. It's quite tight, but there you go, it's coming off. It's got a washer on it, so don't make sure you don't lose that. So this is going to allow you to move these wires out of the way and then get hold of the battery tray and just literally pull it underneath. There's a clip here you can pull it out with. You just need to twist it around so it comes out. Then there's a clip here on the side. Pop that clip. And it takes, oh gosh, look at that. Nicely corroded there. Yeah, so that's probably why it wasn't being so hot at starting. So I have a heavily corroded battery. And if I can get in there to undo this one. Okay, this might be a bit fun. Looking at the corrosion on this, I'm guessing this is the original battery. Okay, back at the bike with the new battery now in the tray. You all saw how exciting it was with the corroded terminals. I have just gone and this is the original terminal lead. I've just gone and scrubbed it up with some wire or some steel wool, so it's nice and shiny now and ready. I'm going to put the terminal leads back on now. I'm just going to spin that round so it actually goes under the grommet cover. There we go, that's it. That's what I'm looking for. That's nice and tight. That's covered up nice. Okay, so for the negative terminal, if you didn't remember how it went on when you took it off, the way I find it fits better when you got the cover on is actually this way up. So it's actually with the foot part of the terminal on and the connecting lead up there. So, and I'll show you why in a second. So I'm just going to screw this terminal back on. So I've got it so that the lead is coming away from the terminal that way, and this is why, because when you put the cover back on, the cover has a cutout here, so that's where the cable comes out, the lead comes out. Okay, when you are putting the battery back in, the easiest way I found was this battery tray at the bottom actually is keyed. If I just spin it round, you can see there's two lugs here. They go into slots inside the battery compartment, so you want to make sure that the lugs face inward like that, and these two holes on the outside, they fit on this panel here. So this is the metal panel we took off at the beginning, so these go into there. So do make sure that battery tray is the right way round when you put the battery back in, otherwise it will not fit. And I found that out the hard way. So I have the negative and the positive terminals hooked up. I have the positive terminal for the battery minder hooked up as well. And now I'm going to put the cover on, and then the whole battery slides inside, and it's quite snug in there. So that's the battery in, the cover on, and it's now time to hook up the remaining negative terminals to the chassis ground. So you're going to want your 8mm bolt. The bolt through the rings, and then screw this into place. And the battery tender I find is best to keep on the outside of this plate as well. So we're nearly done. Just need to get the outer cover on now. So there we go. That was replacing the battery on the Kawasaki Concours 14. Okay, thanks for watching. This has been James, the British Operative, with you. Thank you for checking out my channel. If you like what you see, do feel free to make a comment and subscribe to the channel. Thanks very much. We'll see you again soon. Bye bye.